emotional and social well-being.
Emotional and social well-being. Awesome. That's great. Anyone else?
I want to say mental health also includes like the way you feel about yourself and others.
Absolutely. Yes, it does include that too. Any other definitions?
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Awesome. So that's what it is for you. Anyone else?
Feeling calm and composed.
Calm and composed. Awesome. Any other definitions? You know, all of these definitions are good, and this is how you feel about mental health, right? So it applies to you. Basically, it is a state of mind. It is characterized by emotional well-being and good behavioral adjustment. Like when somebody is going through stress, how well are they going to cope with it? Life is full of challenges. Each one of us has their own journey, their own battles. How do you deal with the daily stresses of life? If you have good mental health, you'll be able to cope with them in a better way. You know those coping strategies. But sometimes it doesn't work, right? So the capacity to establish constructive relationships with others and to cope with the ordinary demands and stresses of life. Right? So when we say mental health, what else comes to your mind? Self-care, awesome. Anyone else? Challenges. Mental illnesses, yes. Just like our body sometimes gets sick, right? And we have to seek, we have to go to the doctor, internist, to get it diagnosed and get the proper treatment. Same way, we have a brain that's affected by illness, and that also needs a proper diagnosis and treatment sometimes. Sometimes psychotherapy helps, sometimes we need more than that, we need medicine, right? And sometimes both are effective. So, what else can you think of when you're talking about mental health? You guys can also answer. Emotions, right? So, what do you know about emotions? How would you define them if I were to ask you? What is your experience about emotions? Huh? They take over you? It can be overwhelming sometimes, right? So, what are the types of emotions do you know?
Happiness, sadness.
Happiness, sadness, anger, frustration. Okay.
Sympathetic,
So annoyance,
definitely.
fear, guilt, hurt, right? Joy. So a lot of emotions, and some are, there are 5 basic emotions basically: anger, hurt, guilt, sadness, and fear. The others are the shades of these emotions. Like annoyance can be a shade of anger, you know. You're getting annoyed by someone, you're actually feeling kind of angry, like why they're bothering us. So all the other emotions are the shades in betweens, right? Yes? You were saying something? So, are there any, is there any such thing as positive emotions?
Yes.
Right? What are these positive emotions?
Happiness, excitement.
Yeah. How does it make you feel? What is the purpose? What is the purpose of these positive emotions?
Make us feel good.
Feel good. Okay. And is there anything like negative emotions?
Confident.
What are these negative emotions?
Frustration, anger.
Sadness. Do you think sadness, hurt, fear can be positive emotions too?
Yes.
How can they be positive emotions?
Sometimes it's necessary. If you don't have it, then you can't fully comprehend happiness.
you don't have one?
If you don't feel sadness, then you can't really appreciate happiness.
Absolutely correct. So, do you think these negative emotions help us in some ways in normal daily life? For example, if I were to say, is anxiety a positive emotion or a negative emotion?
Both.
Negative.
Both. It can be both. How can it be both? If it is positive, it's positive. It's negative, it's negative. How can it be both? How can something be both?
I feel little bit of